you bring up a great point, which is when you're saying you're being creative and you can just drop something at night and the next day it's a hit. Even when you got started 10 years ago, you had to get somebody, or 12 years ago, you had to get somebody else to give you a record contract. You had, when you say you could promote, before you had to get some TV show or something to let you on. You had to let somebody let you make the record. Now you make the song and you publish it yourself. You promote it yourself with your platforms. So again, that must maybe tell us the arc of your career, because you've seen your career exactly overlaps with the change in the music industry. So tell us how you got your big break and how it's changed to now.
So my big break, like I was.
Or maybe you made your big break, but how did you become David O?
So I used to be a producer mainly. Like I always wanted to be like in the background of things. So I used to have an older cousin. He was like the musician of the family. He was the older cousin. I was the last born. I'm the last born of my family. I've always been the youngest. But then I was very, very good with like computer, tech, stuff like that. So when he told me that, oh, he does music, I quickly went to go and learn how to record music from YouTube. I learned from YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I bought like a computer, the program and everything, and I started learning on YouTube. Then I started recording people. So I started recording artists, stuff like that. So one of my cousins that was always with me every time in the studio, he noticed that, like, if you're an artist and you're in the studio and I'm recording you, if the artist made a mistake, you always notice that I'd always give the artist like, I'm like, okay, don't sing it like that. Sing it like this. Sing it this way. It will catch their ears more this way. So over time doing that, I noticed that I was like, yo, I'm better than everybody that I'm recording. So over time then, I was just like, you know what, maybe I should record a song. So the first song I ever recorded blew up. No, that was the second one. The first one, Damiduro blew up in like Africa and everywhere, but like the first one like blew up locally, like in Lagos, Nigeria.
What was it?
It's called Back When. So that one was, I was in school, I was in college because I had moved back to Nigeria, but my dad sent me to like the village, a school in the village, far away. So he'd only let me come back every other week to Lagos to do music. So the deal was, you know what I'm saying, I can do music, but I got to finish school, you feel me? So I was doing that. So one day my boy called me, he was like, because I dropped the song and I went to school, so I don't even know what's going on. There was no social media like now where somebody can just send you a snap like, oh, I was in the club. They went crazy to your song. So my guy went for the weekend and came back on a Monday, so I'm walking to class like, he's like, guy, I was in the club last night. Everybody's singing your song. I said, eh? Boy, I dropped my school bag so quick. So, like, that was like the time then when I started realizing that, okay, I think I want to fully do music. So I left school for a bit and then went to focus on that. And then everything just...
What did your dad say about that?
Oh, he was mad, man. He was... But funny enough, my family, they've always loved music. Like, my family, they dance a lot. We throw a lot of parties. But my dad is just very, very adamant on education. No matter, I don't win 100 Grammys. My daddy wants you to get education.
Well, your dad, you know, is a very successful business person.
Yeah.
What did you learn from him in his business career, if anything, that you've applied to your music and creative career, which is also business career, but different?
I mean, it's still, you know, business. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get in a lot of arguments because, you know, showbiz is different from a normal person's life that's just doing business. Like, for example, I might be in Italy, and then maybe he just sees like a caption, oh, Davido buys this $300,000 watch. Come, why are you wasting your money? I said, Daddy, you understand. Do you understand? We're inspiring people. Do you understand? Do you understand? We're inspiring people. So, like, different aspects, but all in all, it's still business. Like, he still calls me to make sure, like, yo, save here, invest here, blah, blah, blah. If I want to, like, for example, I wanted to rent, like, a penthouse and stuff like that, and he advised me, like, you're wasting money. You're just renting, you're spending, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 on just, you know, buy it and then use it when you're not around Airbnb. So, little advice here and there. But, yeah, it took a while for, you know, him to really accept the music, but now he accepted it fully and everything. So.
Forbes estimated you made $20 million last year, so I guess that probably makes Dad proud, right? That's you know, It's like Jay-Z said, right? You know, I'm not a businessman. I'm a business
Man.